Lynn has requested that we do a lot of mat work today because she's having some leg problems. So, Lynn, how about kneeling?
That's okay.
Okay, so we'll try that. Let's just start on our backs, and we'll just do a lot of stuff like we do there at times, and then we'll turn over and we'll do a lot of stuff still on the mat, and maybe just a little standing, and then Lynn, if
Yeah,
that's not even
fine. Yeah,
okay.
that should be fine. But,
Okay,
yeah.
sounds good. All right, so
Thanks.
let's go ahead. I'm going to mute you guys now. And I guess Darlene is not here, so that's okay. Okay, everybody's muted, and then you can unmute yourselves at the end. I think Zoom must have updated. Like, I never can keep up with all of these updates that all these things do all the time, but I'm getting a different kind of a setup of the way that I'm viewing you. It actually looks pretty good, so I don't know. Okay, so let's get started. On your back, if you want a strap, since we're going to do some extra stuff today, I encourage you to have it you don't always have the capability to like reach the ankle and all of that. So get comfy and just work on breathing for a second while I continue to gather all my things here. Let's see here. So as you take the breath in, we're allowing it to start really expanding into our upper body. We want to just feel it come in, open things up, feel those lungs fill up front to back. Feel, I don't have this light on. That's pretty good. Pretty gloomy here today, probably where you are as well. So again, nice deep breathing and expanding the lungs and belly. Make sure that whatever stress or possible tension or even just some busy thoughts that have been happening this morning, like for me, it's been all of this technology stuff. My brain actually feels like it hurts after a while. So just try to let go of that. And those little thoughts might come floating back in, pretty common, but as you identify like, oh wait, that's not related to yoga, again, I want you to try to exhale and just let it go, and you can return to it later. We also want to make sure that the body's nice and relaxed as well. So we're getting ready to move. We're going to be moving slowly, carefully, consciously, and we want to try to let our breathing help us do that to the best level that we have. So one more breath here. And then we're just going to go ahead and bend the knees if you feel ready for that. As you bring each foot on the mat and you line with the center of the glutes, go ahead and lift those hips up and just move down a little bit so you feel the back get maybe a little bit longer. And then spread the shoulders apart and actually push your shoulders into the mat. Now, maybe your shoulders round up a little bit, mine do, or mine round forward a little bit. So I have to be really conscious of pressing them down. But then we don't want to have to engage to stay pressed down, right? I don't want you to be using that kind of energy right now. So once they relax, again, if they feel like they kind of round up a little bit, that's just what maybe your normal is. I know that's what my normal is. So the arms are long, palms are down, and we're just going to continue to keep the breathing going, slow and even. You should feel that belly rise every time on the inhale. All right, now on the next inhale, let's go ahead and bring the arms over the head. Inhale. Stretch as far back as you can on that one breath. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the arms back to the mat. So maybe count on this next breath in, whether it's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, or you count slower or faster. And I want you to try to match your count as you bring the arms down. Sometimes it's surprising. We think we're even when we're not. Arms up over the head, inhale. We're getting a little more reach each time, not just the hands and fingers. We're starting to get it into those upper arms, into the sides of the body as it attaches into the chest and the back. one more time. All right. All right, arms are going to go over the head now, and on this exhale, we're going to pull the right knee in. Just for that exhale. When you inhale, foot goes down, arms go overhead. Now exhale, left knee in. And again, foot goes down as the arms go back overhead. So alternate a couple more times on each leg. As we pull our knee in, you're going to feel the back of the leg stretch, maybe up into the back of the hip, into the lower back. Again, work at your own pace. You never have to keep up with me. You might be faster than me, depending on your own breath pattern. So whenever you get to your right leg next, you're going to keep that knee in. Have the hands somewhere really comfortable here to just allow that leg to continue. You'll just feel like it's going to melt into your chest. Now, we all have our limitations, right? Mine goes about this far, and that's about as far as it's going to go. But I want you to continue to feel the back of that leg lengthen and relax. And we're going to take the foot up, and we're going to start out by just a nice flex here, bending the toes towards you, and then press the ball of the foot up, and then slowly come into a point and see how that feels on the foot. Hopefully no cramping. If not, you can just flex and semi-point, right, kind of in between. So working that a little bit faster, flexing and pointing. Feel that foot starting to wake up a bit. After it's starting to feel a little bit warmer, we're going to circle the foot on the ankle. Do quite a few one way. And then go the other way. All right, now after you've gone both ways with the ankle, I want you to bend the knee and go circles with the knee. So this is going to start to work up into that hip socket. We're going to do right and left minimal warm up before we work with our strap. Okay, make sure that you go both ways with the hip or the knee circles, which again kind of loosening up into that hip joint. All right, so we've done foot, ankle, we've done hip. I want you to just bend and straighten the knee. You can even kind of let the leg go side to side. That even warms up the hip if you can feel it up in the hip. And then we're just going to go for one more stretch, keeping the right hip on the mat. If you can grab the toe, great, ankle, whatever. Now we aren't going to, you don't have to have the strap yet, but we are going to use it just in a moment. So we're going to go ahead and bring both feet onto the mat, set it up again, perfect bent knees pose here. Inhale, exhale. And then that next inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, we're going to bring your left knee in. Just pull it in nice and gentle here. Every exhale, feel that leg come in a little bit closer. I have more, I don't know, I feel like I have a little bit deeper range of motion on this leg. And then we extend up, same thing. I want you to start out with a really good flex here. How does that feel on the back of the leg? Now press the ball of the foot up. And then the the toes go into that point. And then flex and point. And find a good range of motion. You want to get as much movement here as you can. Circle your ankle around. Make sure you've gone both ways. All right. A nice little stretch here. See how that feels. And then we're just going to bend the knee and move the knee out in a big circle. Start out pretty slowly, especially if your hips generally feel tight. And then we're going to go the other way. All right, so we've done foot and ankle. We've done some good movement here for that hip. Take the leg up and just easy bend on that knee. Just straighten it a few times. And then holding it. And then as you take the foot, keep the upper leg perpendicular, lower leg parallel. And as you kind of swing that foot in and out, again, that goes right back up into the hip. All right, and then bring the knees in and roll the back a little bit. Massage that lower back. Now we're going to get a little bit deeper with the strap. So you can use a strap looped or open. We are going to be, let's see, we're going to start right. We are going to be rolling to our side and stretching the hip flexor, laying on our side. So keep that in mind. Sometimes it takes a little longer to set that one up. Actually, I might be able to show you. We might be able to just keep the strap on the foot. We'll try that. Okay, so let's start out. Take the foot, take the strap under the ball of the foot rather than your arch. Thinking like, why? I always say that. That's how I was taught. I don't know. I guess you could have it with the arch if you like. I guess I feel like you get a little bit more activation by having the foot pressed into the strap. Okay, so we always want to notice that our foot stays kind of parallel to us and the floor. We don't want the pinky toe side or the big toe side and that joint to angle higher. So extend the leg up. Again, we've done a little bit of warm up here. Next inhale, I want you to press your heel a little further away. On the exhale, I want you to use that strap to pull the leg in. So right now, we're keeping our left knee bent. We're getting into a good stretch for the right hamstring. You don't have to have your knee completely straight. You want to always have it slightly relaxed, and you might get a better range of motion with even a deeper bend. So work on that. On the inhale, press the heel out. On the exhale, pull the leg in. Now get into a point that you feel like, ooh, this is kind of my maximum. Even if it's slightly uncomfortable, we're going to try to get more comfortable here using our breathing. Let go of any tension you're feeling in the back of that leg. Just see if you can relax even so you're not pulling so hard with the hand, but you're just kind of using that strap and using the arm gently pulling to take it in. Now, if you can keep that leg there and stretch out your other leg, do that. If you notice that it causes a little bit of lower back discomfort, you can always keep this foot on the mat. Okay? All right, so we're in our hamstring stretch. Right leg is up, left leg is extended. A couple more breaths here. Now, we're going to open to the right, so hold the strap with just your right hand. Bring that left hand onto the hip. Because we have this leg extended all the way, there is a tendency to want to kind of roll off of it. So we want to make sure that our hips stay even with each other, and when the leg goes out, we're just letting that inner thigh open up. So inhale while you're at the top. On the exhale, you're going to start to let that leg go out. Now, two things you can do. You can bring it back up to center when you inhale, and the next exhale, go, I can't talk today, go a little further, or you can remain with the leg open, inhale here, and then exhale, go further. So this is up to you, where you want to go today with that. Inner thigh, groin stretch on the right. Again, if that left hip's coming up, you might be lowering the leg, but you've lost the additional stretch here. So you want to keep the hips even and let the leg go out. And it doesn't have to go far. You're going to feel good stretching in that area immediately. I still have my foot kind of pressing away from me. I'm not letting it angle, keeping my left hip down. My shoulders are also pretty even on the mat. Take a breath in and out here. Next inhale, bring the leg up. You're immediately changing hand. And exhale, take the leg across. Hopefully you have enough room. You know what your limit is, what your range of motion is. Now we let that right hip come up and over. We want it to come up. We want to get as much range as we can outside that hip. All right, now let's just go into the side, to the hip flexor stretch. So you've already got your strap on your foot. Bring it back to the right hand. I'm going to give you my back, but roll onto your left side. Bend your left leg. Pull this leg behind you. I like to take the strap up and over my shoulder. You can also hold lower back here. It's going to be up to you. But the goal is to try to get that right leg parallel to the ground. The knee's not pointing up and away from us. It's pointing straight away from our mat. And the rest of the body, just rest your head. Pull that knee up, or pull that hip in, heel up. And the bottom leg stays bent. It's going to keep us from rolling. All right, we're going to slowly come out of that. As you do, come onto your back again. Go into your hamstring stretch one more time. So left leg out, right leg back up. And then we'll take the strap off. Go ahead and bend both knees. Take the right foot across the left knee. Thread the needle here or bring the foot up. All right, and then uncross and hug the knees in. So we'll do the other side now, and I won't be turning away from you on this one. When you're ready, you're going to start out, get everything in place again. Sometimes it might feel like you're in the same place, but you might not be. So come to your bent knees pose. Hips are even with each other, shoulders are down. We did a little warm up on the left. Now we're going deeper, so strap your left foot. Again, you can have it a little loop closing around the foot, or you could just have the strap open. I like mine open. So as you take that first extension, you're going to inhale as you press your heel a little further away than the toes. On the exhale, see how that stretch feels as you start to pull in with the hands. So work into this now at your own pace. All right, keeping that left leg up. Again, if you've gotten to your maximum, stay there. You need to keep working a little bit more. That's fine. Join me back when you have gotten to your max. Right leg stretches out now. Left leg is up. So again, trying to maintain that hamstring stretch, feeling maybe, I don't want to say comfortable, but challenging the stretch a little bit, but it should never be painful. All right, so a little bit more here. Right leg fully extended, left leg up. Now, let's get into that inner thigh stretch. So right hand's going to hold the hip down, left hand's on the strap, or maybe you've got it just on the leg. You're going to inhale here. On the exhale, start to open. I got to scoot over a little bit more because I'm right by the wall. Remember, you can remain here on the next inhale, or you can bring it back to center. And then again, go further. So this is up to you, working on that inner thigh stretch. Go wherever you can. Keep that right hip down. I have a wall next to me, and I actually like to use it sometime if I'm trying to just do like a stretch where I'm just staying here for a while. I don't want my arm to get tired, like I'm having to hold that leg out there. So even using the wall a little bit just allows the leg to relax more, and then I can focus on getting a little bit more stretch on that inner thigh. You feel that right hip coming out. Well, that's the other thing. When I've got my foot using the wall for a little bit of a support, I don't feel like I'm going to roll off this hip at all. So lets me kind of relax into the inner thigh more for me. So, okay, one more full breath here. Now inhale as you bring the leg up and change your hands immediately. And exhale, take the leg across. Ooh, get to a point where you can really feel that outside hip stretching. Again, keeping the strap on it. Right now you've got the left foot strapped, hopefully, in the right hand. Just make sure you always do both sides if it doesn't always work out for you to be on the same leg that I am. All right, now we're gonna stay here one more breath. And then you can let this knee bend. Go ahead, and as you're rolling to your right side, you're changing hands. And you're going to either pull this foot up behind you, or like I said, I like to go up and over my shoulder. You can also, if you can contact the foot with your hand, then that's fine too. Everything else is resting, right? Your head's resting. Pull that heel up. Two more breaths here. All right, as you come out of it, keep that strap on until you come onto the back. We're going to stretch the hamstring one more time. Take the leg up, right leg is still out. Whoops, I lost my foot. There we go. All right, now, after that one last stretch here, you can take the strap off. You might want to keep it close by. Come to your thread the needle, left foot across that right knee and right foot up. All right. And then let's uncross the legs. All right. Bring the feet back down to the mat. Get back into your bent knees. So we're going to do one more thing here. We're doing here. So we've got a lot of warm up here. And again, we're going to stay on the mat most of class today. We're going to come into bridge pose a couple times. And since we just did this hip flexor stretch, let's just see how it feels when we try to get the hips off the ground. So arms are right here. So even though we're doing this to kind of see how our hip flexors are feeling, are they feeling less tight than normally? You still need to think of the lower back or the whole back, and what happens when we come up from the mat into our bridge pose and back down. So we're trying to work on flexibility throughout our spine, right? Like all of those little bones, as much as we can, coming up separately and then coming back down separately. All right? Take a breath in and out. Now on your next inhale, you're going to make your way into your bridge pose. So you start out with the hips coming up, peeling each part of your back up, 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 up. Arms are still here. Now when you get to the very top, you're going to exhale. Inhale, push your hips a little higher. Stay there, exhale. Inhale, push your hips even higher if you can. Exhale, roll back down. All the way. Once you get your hips on the mat, allow that little curve in the lower back to happen. Stay here. Now, we're going to inhale, exhale. Make sure, we're going to do it just one more time, when you're in your bridge pose, that you're still doing the slower, longer inhale and matching the exhale to that. So we're not just rushing through that. Here we go. Inhale, make your way up. Come to your bridge pose. Knees do not move. Spine is rolling up. We get to the top and we exhale and stay here. Now inhale, lift your hips, and even think of lifting your chest a little higher. Stay there, slow exhale. Inhale, lift the hips even more, lift the chest even more towards your chin. Stay there, exhale. Last time, lift just a little higher, inhale. And roll it back down. Exhale all the way down, knees into the chest. Roll side to side. And then roll yourself over. Come onto your belly. I'm going to quickly move my hair out of the way. So come face down on your mat. Forehead resting. Legs are fully extended. Hands are on the mat. I guess they're just kind of not directly outside the ears, slightly back. All right, so inhale, exhale. Inhale, come to cobra. So start by just pulling the belly in as you lift the forehead. Then as you lift the heart, take your eyes forward to the front edge of your mat. Stay there. Exhale. Inhale, go just a little higher. Exhale, lower all the way down, forehead on the mat. So one more time, pull the belly a little tighter. Inhale, you start to bring the forehead up, bring the heart up. Let the heart shine more forward. Pull the shoulders back and down. I know you guys can't tell. One of my dogs is outside of the door. I can see them, their feet and their tail wagging. They like to come in here. I'm sorry, exhale back down. They like to come in here for some reason when I'm stretching and using the foam roller. So go lay down. Okay, bring your hands under the shoulders and slowly push yourself up to an all fours position. All right, now, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a deep breath in and out. Find it all the way down to the belly again. On that exhale, pull the belly in. Inhale, this time start moving into cow pose, maybe just a little bit, lifting the tailbone and chest a bit. Exhale, arching it up. You might not be fully into cow and cat yet, that's okay. Inhale, lengthen more. Exhale, arching up. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, arching up. Cat pose. Now we're getting deeper into these poses. I want you to feel the full spine lengthening and lifting and then arching up. One more time. Inhale. Now exhale back to all fours. I want you to stay here on all fours. One arm, opposite leg. Inhale, lift them up. Extend rather than, don't lift them high. Reach them long. Lower them to the mat. At the same time, inhale, other arm and leg up. And exhale, lower. Let's try that again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back down. We'll do each one more time. All right, take a breath in and out here. Go ahead and tuck the toes under behind you. Take one more inhale, and on this exhale, I want you to keep the hands right under the shoulders, and we're going to come to our short dog here. So as you stretch back, see if your heels can reach the mat. Even if they don't, keep pressing them down and lengthening through the back and pedaling the feet. Get one heel down as the other heel comes. If it comes up just a little, fine, but if you want to really work that foot, lift it and push all five, put weight through all 5 toes. Now, that heel goes down, other heel comes up, lift that heel high. And let's shift it again. And other heel as well. Now, both heels toward the mat. Inhale, exhale. Bring those knees back down. Hands are under the shoulders for now. Take a breath in and out. Take a breath in. Exhale, child's pose. So the hips are going to move back. You can open the knees if you like. You can stretch the arms forward. You can have the arms alongside you. Find something that's comfortable. We are going to stretch a little bit more through the shoulders. So if you want them in here for now, that's fine. I'll tell you when you're going to need to move them forward. We're trying to get our hips as close to the heels as possible. If you're sitting back there easily, that's great. If not, remember you can always take a little folded blanket or towel if you want some support for your hips. Now, if your arms are not forward, I want you to now stretch them out straight in front of each shoulder, almost like you're going to glue your hands to the mat. And then you're not going to let them move as you pull back. So we're getting a really long stretch here up through the arms and into the upper back. Now take your left hand over to that left side. Take your right hand and reach beyond it. And then once again, sit your hips back. You feel that even deeper on the right side? And then we go to the middle and we go the other way. So right hand goes to the right edge, left hand goes even further beyond that right hand. And then both hands back to the middle. From here we'll come to our regular downward dog. Toes under, hips high. We're going to inhale, come to our full plank here. Hands are right under the shoulders. Now you've got that modification, always dropping the knees if that works better. Inhale, lift your heart more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra, elbows in. Exhale, child's pose. Take a breath or two there. Now we're going to do this 2 more times. Stay resting in child's pose. We're gonna open our planks up to a side plank today. Just to work on a little core strength, a little upper body strength. So I'll show you a couple of options. I think you probably know most of them anyway, but when I get there, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 options, I think. We're going to start on the modified version with the elbow down, but then I'm going to also show you the hand down. So again, start in your downward dog when you're ready. Now inhale, come to your plank, open to your side plank. So bring your right elbow down. Come onto your right hip. Keep your right leg bent, so your lower leg should almost be completely sideways against the mat. This is a really good kickstand so that you don't roll your body weight forward or back. We're going to try to keep our shoulders lined up. For now, my left leg is extended out. I just got the inside edge of my left foot on the mat. Now you can have your hand resting here. We're going to opt to extend it at some point. So take a breath in. On the exhale, just lift your right hip up. Option to add the arm. There's option 1. Option 2. Option 3 would just be putting the hand instead of the elbow. You're higher off the ground as you start. And then you've got those 2 leg options. If you choose to try that, make sure the hand and shoulder line up directly because that's going to give you the strongest support. Okay, come out of that. Let's come down to our, come face down on the mat. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. Push back to child's pose, just to transition. Go back to your downward dog when you're ready. I'm going to flip around to the other side. Join me in downward dog when you're ready. Inhale to plank. Come down onto your left hip and your left elbow. Stretch that right leg out. Inside edge of the foot. Hand here. Take a breath in. On the exhale, lift that hip up. Option 1. Option 2. I guess we have 4 options, don't we? We have 2 options on the elbow. And then you can bring the left hand under you. So you're pretty much already on that knee, maybe. Right leg extended or right leg elevated. All right, so as you come out of that, whichever one you chose, once again, I want you to come to your full plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to child's pose. Come to your downward dog when you're ready. Now we're going to transition out of that. We're going to be sitting on the mat. So whenever you're ready, you can bring the knees down. Some people can bring their legs through. I'm going to bring my hands around as I extend my legs in front. Now, get those sitting bones directly under you. You want to feel even. You don't want to feel like you're higher on either side, lower on either side, nice and even. Roll the shoulders back. Hands behind you. Not leaning back, right? So we got spine nice and straight. When you press your hands down, fingertips are pointing this way, lift your heart. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, sitting up straighter. Exhale, just slide or walk your hands out to that forward bend. You can grab the feet, you can grab your strap, have it ready if you like. Keep the spine long as you move forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, move forward. All right, let's come on up. I want you to bend the right knee. That right foot's on the mat. Now lock your hands around that leg. If you have to lean back a little bit and then you can't fully straighten, your knee's a little too close. Slide it out. Get your spine tall. Take a breath in and out. We're going to twist to the right if you've got your right knee in. If you happen to have left in, go left. Take that right arm up. Reach it behind you. Don't lean toward it. Use it to start to twist that upper body around. You can hold here, elbow to knee, but stay tall as you start to turn the head, the neck, the chest, the rib cage. One more full breath. As you come back, I want you to either grab your strap around that right foot or loop the big toe. I want you to extend that leg straight in front. Again, don't lean back. Keep that spine tall. If you're using the strap, I don't want your back to go behind your hips at all. I'd rather you keep the leg low, but I want you to energize it. Push your foot into either your hand or the strap. Energize that whole leg. Now, bring the foot down, turn the knee out. The sole of our foot goes right against either the inside of the thigh or maybe the knee. We're going to do a one-legged forward bend. Inhale first, exhale, reach forward. I have to use a strap on this one. I don't have a lot of rotation, inner thigh, what am I trying to say here? External rotation. So I'm just going to keep moving my chest forward and just trying to, notice how that feels. Where is it tight? Can you try to relax into it? And we have to be realistic with what our limitations are. It doesn't mean we have to stop trying to make them better, trying to go a little further. But, if there's something that you kind of know mechanically can't go any further, that's okay. Just be with it as it is. Slowly come back up. Now, we're going to change legs. So we're going to start all over again. Get the legs out. Hips are even, sitting tall. Pull the left knee in. Again, as you pull it closer in, make sure you can maintain that straight, strong, tall spine. Take a breath in and out. Start to twist. Take this left arm up. Reach it behind you. Don't go toward it. Just use the fingertips to help twist you to your left. Inhale. Every time you inhale, think of staying tall. Exhale, twist. All right, as you come out of that, same thing. You're going to either grab that big toe or take your strap around it. Stay straight. Extend that leg in front. Off the ground if you can. If it's lower, that's okay too. Just use your strap. Even though we're holding it with the upper body, I want you to energize that leg. Press the heel away from you. Now we'll bring the leg back down. As we do, bend the knee. Let this, the sole of your foot come to the inside of that right leg. Take the arms up first, inhale. Exhale, reach forward. How are we doing for time? I think we'll stand up, just do a couple things. We won't do like warrior work or anything today, but we're gonna do a little bit of standing. So whenever you're ready, let's stretch the legs out, shake them out a little bit. You decide how you want to come to your feet. Do you want to come around to a downward dog? Do you just want to step your feet under you? However you want to get there. I'm going to do a downward dog. And then I'm going to walk my feet to the top of the mat and just round over. And slowly roll yourself back up. Once you're upright, roll those shoulders up and back. Let's come into mountain pose. Always good to check our posture, right? Look at your feet. Do you think, are they where you think they need to be? Lift your heels and toes a couple times. I want you to rock your weight forward, rock it back. And then when you find that mountain pose, it should feel very familiar because you do it so often. Broaden your chest just like we did on the mat. Bring the arms alongside you. A little bit of soft energy as you turn your palms forward. If you need to roll the shoulders back a couple times, do that. Take a breath in and out. Take the arms up, inhale. Bring your hands together, exhale, roll slowly. Follow those hands. Take your hands to the floor or blocks. Let's just let the head hang. Let the gravity pull your spine long. Stay down here. Take both hands more over to the right side of your mat. You can even pull your hips off to the left more. That increases the stretch for you. And then we're going to walk the hands slowly over to the other edge. I don't have an edge here, but it's as if I do. Same thing, pulling opposite. And then go back to the middle again. Keeping the hands on the floor. I'm going to turn sideways again. Keeping the hands on the floor or perhaps on your blocks. Bend the knees as deeply as you can while still keeping your heels down. Hold it right there. Slowly straighten the knees. Keep the head or keep the upper body really relaxed here. Let's do that one more time. Bend the knees. And straighten. And roll it back up. Belly's tight. Take your time. Keep the head down until the shoulders are over the hips and eyes forward. Arms up. Hands to our heart. Back to mountain pose. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, take one hand to the side of the leg. Take this other arm and stretch up and over. You choose which side. Opposite knee stays down. We're really stretching up and over. Don't go sideways. Reach for the ceiling or the where the wall and ceiling come together. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, go the other way. So this hand comes here for support. Stretch up and over. You can have it here, wherever it works for you. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring the arms back down. We're going to do it one more time. I'm just going to give you one other option, and then we'll be making our way back down. So arms up. Going to the first side again. Now remember, we can go here, or we can use this hand very gently around the wrist And as you stretch, you're kind of lengthening that arm, stretching the shoulder, gently pulling it up and over. And back up. Immediately we're going to the other side. Same thing here, here, wherever you were before is fine, or helping that shoulder stretch. And inhale, back up. Both arms back down. Exhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Circle the hands a few times one way. And then the other way. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, come on back. Let's come back to our mountain pose. Take a breath in and out. Take a next inhale, arms up. Exhale, if you want to dive over, do that. If you want to roll down, do that. We're going to all meet down here in our forward bend. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward bend, hands to the mat. Slowly make your way into your plank again. Inhale as you arrive in that plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, all the way back down. Bring your left arm under. Now we did this stretch standing up. We're just going to try it here and see how it feels. If you still need to grab your strap, do that. But you're going to reach back for that right foot, right hand. You can also have your forehead on the mat, but don't turn your head sideways on this one. Try to keep the neck aligned with the spine. We're just pulling that heel in toward the hip, pressing the hip into the mat at the same time. All right, switching on over, same thing, forehead on forearm or mat. Other hand and foot together. All right, as we come out of that, bring the hands back a little more forward of the shoulders and just let the legs roll side to side a couple times. All right, now bring the legs back down. Bring the hands back. You're going to push yourself back up to your hands and knees. Once you're there, I want you to inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale back to a straight back. Step your right foot forward. Have your blocks ready. Let's just go ahead and grab them. Bring them to the side of your mat as you bring that right foot through. So you've got some extra height here for the arms as we come into our kneeling lunge. But we want to start to move the hips more forward. So again, hip flexors today, right? So we've got the right foot in front. We're moving the left hip beyond, the left hip beyond the left knee, right? So I don't want to stay back here. I'm going to intensify my stretch by moving the hips forward. You can even scooch those toes forward if you need to. Now, hands are going to start on the right leg. Then we can take the arms up. Now bring the shoulders down, but keep your heart lifted. We're going to start out doing a twist. So inhale first. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring that left arm around in front of you. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Take the left hand on the block. Right arm stretches up and over to the left. So keep the lunge. You don't want to come out of the lunge, but just go from like the side of that right hip through the right side of the body. And then the last one we're going to do as we come back up, use both blocks if you need to. Lift the right foot or the ball of the foot off the mat. Come onto that heel, half split. Lean the body, get the body tall, and then move it forward. Hands can be wherever you need them to be. Keep these toes pointing up. Don't let them roll out, and definitely don't let them roll in. Think of your heart moving forward and the whole body moving down. All right, ease out of that. Other foot in front, same thing. We're going to start out coming to a kneeling lunge. Move that back hip a little more forward so you get some good stretch. Make sure that this knee doesn't go beyond the front toes. Bring the arms up, shoulders down, shift forward, lift the heart. Now take a breath in. On the exhale, twist to your left. So we're going to rotate to the left side of our mat. Arms are reaching front to back. Inhale back to the front. Take let's see, which way do we need to go? Oh, left, I'm sorry. Whatever leg's in front, use that block first. Reach the arms up. That opposite arm, reach up and then stretch over to the side. And then the last one, shifting back into that half split stretch. Bring the upper body forward toward that foot. All right. From there, let's come to one last downward dog. 3 breaths here. All right, from there, we're going to switch around. We're going to stretch our legs out in front. We're going to roll down to the back. So if you want to bend the knees, if you want to roll sideways, do that, or come all the way down. I didn't realize how late it was. I know we started a few minutes late. I'm going to go a couple minutes past 10. So I hope you can stay with me. If you have an appointment or whatever, I understand. But bring your knees into your chest. At least let the back stretch a little bit. So before we get to Savasana, I do like to do a couple of twists. Let's bring the feet up and work the feet opposite each other, flexing and pointing a few times. From there, circling the ankles. They're going one way, circling the other way. All right, let's start out like we were at the beginning of our practice today with the knees bent, feet on the mat, arms alongside the body. Take a breath in, take the arms up overhead. On the exhale, pull just the right knee in and stretch the left leg out. So earlier when we were doing the stretch for the outside of the hip, we had this leg extended up, but now we're going to do it with the knee bent. So as you prepare, open that right arm as you take your next inhale. Exhale, pull the right knee over to the left. Keep your right shoulder down. So find a good stretch here on the outside of that hip. You can even look over to the right if you like. All right, as you come out of it, we'll go to thread the needle again. Right foot to the left knee. Bring that left foot up or keep it down. Either one. All right, we'll uncross. Again, roll the back a little bit. Bring both feet onto the mat, starting with our bent knees pose. Take a breath in and out. Next inhale, take the arms over the head. On the exhale, bring the left knee into the chest. Once that feels pretty good right there, stretch the right leg all the way out. Give this hip flex for a minute to get a little bit longer. All right, when you're ready, open that left arm as you're inhaling. Exhale, twist and pull the left knee over to the right. Another breath or two here. All right, come on to your back. Here we go, left foot to the right knee, thread the needle, stay here, or bring the foot up. And then we'll uncross and keep the knees to the chest. Let's do one more with the feet and knees together. So the legs will go to the same side. I'm gonna start with my feet on the mat. You can start with your feet off the mat if you want to take it a little bit deeper, but this will be the last one we do on each side. So move the arms out so you've got a little bit of room. Whenever you're ready, take the deep breath in, and on the exhale, let the knees go right and look left. On the next inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, twist and go left and look right. All right, bring the knees back up. Come into happy baby, hands anywhere on the feet, legs, knees, whatever. Keeping the rest of the body nice and relaxed. You can move as much as you want to in this one. Roll around, go side to side, extend the legs, whatever you like. And then we're going to bring our legs together. Go ahead and bend the knees, bring the feet down first. Stretch your legs out. Take your arms overhead. As you get there, take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, let yourself relax. Keep the arms overhead. Start to focus on breathing now if you haven't thought about it in a while. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Feel that down to the belly. On the exhale, we're working to let go of any tension. We're trying to get our bodies ready to rest. Let's try that again. So on this inhale, get a little longer, stretch a little bit deeper. As you do the exhale, same thing. We're just going to relax. Exhale. And last time, full body stretch. Inhale. On the exhale, start to bring those arms lower. All right. Bring them up lower than the shoulders, but we don't want them touching the body. So move them out a little bit. Let the legs kind of drop apart. Get your shoulders comfortable. Eyes are closed. Right now, we're just breathing. We're feeling that breath come to the belly. As we exhale, we're letting all the tension go. Try to check through your body at some point and just make sure that you aren't holding tension anywhere. All right, you can keep resting if you like. I'm going to bring myself back up. I'm going to say namaste. I think that Lynn had to go. Hope you're okay, Lynn. Let me know if you're not. Hey guys, Mark and Debbie, if you guys want to unmute, you can.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Okay, well, I will see you in a couple weeks. I think I probably forgot to send an email, right? Yeah, I will email everybody. Just remind them since Darlene didn't show up today. I know Lynn will be gone when I get back, but just check in with me on, let's see, I'm going to be gone with the 2nd. I come home on the 10th. Yeah, I come home on the 10th. Looks like let me stop this.